I got my first capo not long after I started playing guitar. It's one of those things that you usually get when you start playing with picks and strings and other little accessories when you just to kind of get you going. And it was one of those really inexpensive Dunlop ones. It had a nylon strap that would wrap around the neck and had like a little buckle so you could adjust it for the various neck profiles. It worked fine. I still have it at my band's practice base as a backup. But about 20 years ago, I discovered Kyser Capos, and I haven't looked back. I've always made sure I've had a capo in the items in pretty much every gig bag or case. Although back then I had 3 guitars, so it was pretty easy to do. But these days, my guitar everyday carry bag and my gig backpack always has a Kyser capo in it no matter what. And I've got a few other ones floating around here as well as my practice space just in case. And this is the typical YouTuber plug right here. So it always sucks to do, but if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon will let you know when I put up a new video. I've noticed that over 97% of the viewers on this page aren't subscribers. I don't know if I'm showing up in your feeds on a regular basis with just the YouTube algorithm running things, but if you subscribe, you'll be sure not to miss any future videos. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. If you want to share it, well, there's a button for that as well. And for transparency, I'm not getting paid for this by Kyser or from any other company. This is just my personal experience with Kyser and their products, and I wanted to share that with you. Now, I'll admit, I was not a real big capo user. I got it and I would mess around with it, and that's about it. I had written some songs that did require a capo. And I do like how it does help in a songwriting sense, but I really started using it a lot with my cover band. It's helpful when trying to change keys for a song without having to change chord voicings, especially songs that are written on piano. A lot of songs on piano are written in the key of F. Putting a capo on the first fret can really make life a lot easier. Sometimes it also makes it easier. It opens up more options on chord voicings and shapes. And as I play with my singer, who also plays guitar, matching the key of a song to his vocal range is super important. And he uses a capo a lot for that reasons. In some cases, when he's using a capo, I may not use a capo, and vice versa. And in some cases, I may use a capo on a different fret than he's using to come up with a different tonality and different pitch to fill things out, especially if it's a gig where it might be just me and him doing a duo show as opposed to a full band show. So it comes in very handy. And I had this silver Kyser capo for many, many years. And not long ago, the clear rubber silicone that makes a little part here that makes contact on the back of the neck had kind of degraded. It started kind of like crumbling a bit. And I had to really be careful on its positioning because I didn't want to dent the back of the neck of my guitar when it made contact. So I figured maybe I'll have to reach out to Kyser, see if I could get a replacement. So I go to their website and I noticed that they have replacement parts. They actually have that listed on their website, and they actually sold the replacement silicone boots for this capo, and I was kind of shocked. I had been around long enough to see companies cut corners and not support older products, and the reasoning for that is usually those companies will make more money if they make you buy a complete whole new item. I know you're probably saying, what, you're excited that a company sold you a little clear piece of rubber? Well, I'm actually more excited that this little piece, getting this little piece was very easy, and I didn't have to go through a lot of hoops for customer support to get it. I didn't have to go to Home Depot or hardware store and try to finagle some sort of DIY solution that may or may not have worked out. So that's great. So it was really great to just get something that actually was meant to work in this application. So for $4, I got 3 of these little boots, and it went far easier all around. So that was great. And so if you have an old Kyser Capo where this has happened, there's hope for you if you need that. And actually, at this year's NAMM show, I stopped by Kyser's booth just to say hi and tell them that I really appreciate the fact they offered up small repair items like this. They commented that they stand behind their products, and if there's any issue with them, they are more than willing to help. I'm hijacking this video right here, just so you get an idea of what the heck's happening. I shot this video and did this very happy, no problem with the Capo, but I wanted to jump in here now because some things have changed and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. So I was going to put this video up a while back, had it all scheduled, ready to go, no problems. And then the day before I was going to post this, I went to grab my Capo and I grabbed it and it broke. Yep, my Kyser Capo broke, sadly, after 15 plus years. The little spring on the end here, little catch, just gave up the ghost. I'll post a little close-up video so you can see it and see what happened. So again, I just went to Kyser's website. They had a warranty area where you could report any issues that you had with it, which worked out great. And I filled it out, and they said, "Hey, where'd you get it? When?" And I said, "A music store that probably doesn't exist anymore," or I couldn't remember. It'd been well past 15 years since I've bought that Capo. So I was like, "Hey, and no problem." Sent it off. I got a little receipt email, and it said that no problem. Someone will reach out to you in like 5 to 7 business days. This was around just after the 4th of July, and usually in America, a lot of manufacturing facilities around that week usually shut down because of the big holiday. They use for tooling and cleaning and stuff like that. Wouldn't surprise me that a company like Kyser would do the same thing, so I didn't expect to hear anything back from them. Went about a week or so, and then I was kind of like, well, I should probably reach out to them because I haven't heard anything. They didn't send me any emails saying, "Hey, we got your report of a broken Capo. We'll just figured, but we just want to follow up with you, or here's what we're going to do for you." Nothing, just radio silence. And then the next day, which was a Friday, I get in the mail, brand new in the box, Kyser Capo. No questions asked. No, nothing at all from their end. It looks like they probably just saw, I took a little photo. I'll put the photo up of what I sent Kyser, and they just sent me a new one. And that again shows that they're a company that stands behind their product and puts their money where their mouth is. It's all those cliches of a quality company taking care of their customers. And that's again something I want to point out, just for perfect transparency. There was nothing going on with this. I didn't tell Kyser I was doing a video or anything like that. It was just all coincidence that this happened, and I wanted to share it with you because it's now firsthand experience. And it's also one of those things that a lot of times people put videos up when manufacturers fail the customer, and they post, and they'll everything from I've seen a Fender video where a young guy got a Fender Mod Shop custom guitar and the volume knob didn't work, and there's a whole bunch of other issues with it. And he had to do a video for Fender to sort out the problem he had with that guitar. And that's not really fair, because not everyone goes to YouTube or to social media to air their grievances on a manufacturer, and not all manufacturers respond to those types of things. So it's always kind of a bit of a bummer when you hear that Fender did take care of this one of their customers. It sucks that they had to go through all this to get that sort of attention. And all I had to do was tell Kyser, "Hey man, your Capo broke. Here's a photo of it," and they just sent me a new one. I mean, that tells you how great, and that's great. And I want to share that with you guys, because so much of YouTube turns out to be like product fails and things like that. And this is nowhere near that. But I also think that where people are posting all those failures for companies, I think it's only right to point out when a company does the right thing. So anyways, back to the video. They said they've replaced the little black rubber part on the inside here that makes contact with the strings, because sometimes they said, the temperature and use sometimes breaks down the material depending on where you live and how, if you leave it out in your car or something like that. Sometimes the material crumbles over time, or the adhesive sometimes gives up and it won't stick, and sometimes it just falls off and gets lost, or so they said they've replaced that for people. They said they've even had people send them back their cable because the spring mechanism has broken or let go. So if you have a Kyser Capo and if it needs some love, they reach out to them. I'm sure they can help you out. And it's the little things in life, and a Capo isn't a crazy new item, but finding a company that doesn't make you have to buy a whole new piece, when one little bit wears out, and it's kind of crazy in this day and age. So it's great to have a good experience with a product that hasn't let me down in 2.5 decades almost, and a company that actually stands behind it, and probably will stand behind it for the next 2.5 decades, hopefully. So I wanted to share that with you guys overall. And I want to tell you that it's a really great thing to have. If you don't have a Capo in your guitar kit, you definitely should. Definitely opens up a lot of possibilities. I like Kyser. Like I said, this is something, my experiences with them have been great. And I have, like I said, I've got them in various gig bags, just so when I need one, they're there, and they get a lot of use, practically. And that's a great thing. So, and have a company actually stand behind them, that's even better. So anyways, I want to share that with you guys, and I wanted to find out if you had any great experiences where companies stood behind their products like this. Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Take care, and thanks for watching.